Alright, hello again. Let's see. Let me get back to the place where I can see all the stuff that I should probably be able to see. As the song starts playing for what is probably a third time. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Time to start up the thingy. And proceed to realize that I have no memory of how I set up the chat before. Let's see if I can find out how that was from the thumbnail of the... Oh, apparently it was on the right side. Need to change the thing so that it looks like that, though. Goodness. And change it from the Terraria one to the other one. There we go. Guess I'm putting it over here. Alright, good night, lizard. At this point I realized that apparently it says it's running, but I don't see the window anywhere. Out of it, I guess, so there it goes. It needed another moment to actually appear, I suppose. That's a good sign. Of course, I also need to capture it, so it keeps shifting back and forth between it and everything else, regardless. There we go. And also do stuff like, you know, mute that other soundtrack that I had, and then click on the other windows again that aren't music players, so that's more obscured by it. It's all a very, very involved process, I assure you. And then tilt the keyboard slightly so that I can have a quick access to the button that helps me turn the microphone on and off at will. Alright, let's continue. The game that I was playing, this game, which I don't remember exactly where I was. I was in chapter 2. One of the longest chapters in this game. Hang on a minute. To check a quick thing. There we go. But at least I'm at the midpoint now.
Was once one of the greatest cities of the ancient world, but it didn't take long to fall under the onslaught of the Dark Lord. The lichens were innumerable, and the city was razed to the ground. The necromantic wars, as they were known, destroyed the advanced technologies that the Agarthians had closely guarded. Eventually the Titans fell, and then the people were massacred one by one, or were turned into beasts, subservient to their new conqueror. None now remain to tell the tale.
I am sure that this will not be proven wrong immediately. So I guess this is basically the old jungle kingdom until the king of the worlds came along. Hey, what do you know? Someone was left to tell the tale. Their narration lied. She's got a very spooky purple crystal. And it has very spooky stuff inside, such as this. This, which I'm not really sure how it's supposed to be structured, since it's like two bodies layered on top of each other, at least. But anyway, that happened.
Wait!
Yeah, okay. Alrighty, so... Hey, what do you know, the background music for this stage is the one that's supposedly, I don't hear it that much myself, but supposedly based off of the Castlevania 4 track that I was playing in the interim, so that works. Right, let me reacquaint myself with the controls for this game. Because I was actually playing Bayonetta earlier today, and that game has kind of vaguely similar sort of control scheme, but the buttons are different. Okay, this is the area of effect. I think B is the sub-weapon, and then... Okay, that does right. Okay, you use L, you hold L to block, and you move the left stick while holding L to dodge. Which is weird. Oh yeah, you can't control the camera at all, so there's also that. So let's see. Alright, also I actually had not ascertained that before I jumped, but you do press R to do a bunch of things, not just grab, but it's mostly related to grabbing stuff. Alright. Please help me find a way through this cruel city. I've been your faithful servant. I have seen creatures ride backs of wargs that appear almost tame under their control. Right, I don't know if asking nicely is gonna help you figure out how to do that, but you can always try. Oh yeah, I can like grapple enemies. Boy. Yeah, I don't really like how the camera angle changes abruptly sometimes, so that is pretty much... Well, it's a little bit difficult to be able to tell whether or not you... Well, not to tell anything, to aim at whatever it is you're trying to strike. Which, oh Jesus Christ, which is also kind of difficult to change directions once you start to strike in a combo like I just did. But I am glad that I put experience points into the ability that lets me do a combo of heavy strikes, because that staggers the enemy. And that's gets to the point where it's pretty much, hey, I won, as long as you don't stop attacking. Also, I should probably be paying attention, because the way the camera keeps shifting here makes it a little bit difficult to keep track of the direction I'm going and where I've been and where I haven't been, but hey, I found another dead guy, so I have to assume I'm doing something right. It is a labyrinth, but I deduce one may find a path by careful selection and patience. Found gems that will no doubt prove useful later on, and silver daggers. Right, so that's just you see that we, the player, could also, could also conclude just by looking around. So not really super useful, to be quite precise. Okay, I'm a little lost now, because I don't know where I came from now. Okay, here's a statue. The statue's gone now. Would have been a good idea for me to keep it there, so actually it's just a landmark, but it's too late for that now. And I think I came from this direction. Okay, I did not come from that direction, never mind. I probably need to go in that direction, because there's a path there. And if I go this way, where will I end up? Right. There is a checkpoint. Oh, there's that guy here. And he has a, oh boy, shadow magic gem. So this is one of the things that I'm trying not to miss as I go through these stages. Like, I don't know, like maybe I could backtrack through some of the stages on my own time to collect these stuffs if I really feel like it later, like off screen, but I don't know if that's gonna end up happening, because like, you do need to get stronger for some of the later stages, but it's not like... I don't think it ever got to the point from the one, oh shit. The one full casual playthrough that I did of it, that... I don't think it really got to the point where I absolutely needed to do that to progress from the... Like I needed to break away from the progress I was making just by going through each stage in order to go back and do that. Oh boy, here, bad stuff. Alright. Oh, this combo is really good for these weak lichens. Monsters. It's almost like I don't really need to do anything, actually. Oh, yet I was gonna say it's because you can't control the camera. It's like the right stick does nothing, but it does do something. It does allow you to, if you press it, that's how you get the sort of the orbs for the red magic. That's pretty much all it does. If you tilt it, it doesn't do anything, as you can tell. So I want to deal with this thing here. Need to become stronger. Well, what about now? No. Summoning Satan's aura to envelop me is apparently not enough to become strong. So, can't jump this distance on our own. Oh no. Wonder what that could mean. Right, so maybe we didn't have to. Or we weren't supposed to come here first. Maybe the impression I got from the... what do you call it? Well, the checkpoint that showed up there was actually misleading. Yeah, sure hope I didn't miss anything in the very first part of the level, because it doesn't look like I'm gonna be able to go back there now. Okay, here we get another checkpoint, so we probably are supposed to come here. Need to secure some good amounts to help us actually... oh, I don't know. Help us jump this distance, and I have the feeling, yep, we're gonna do it now, because we're stuck here if we don't overcome the distance. Oh boy. Alright, let me use the red magic. I pretty much never use it. But probably a good idea to do that for, you know, wearing down these strong enemies faster that you're obligated to defeat. You're apparently quite good at just dodging your shit if you spam it from a distance like I try to. Right, come on. This guy's almost dead. We should be able to... there we go. Mount the warg. I don't know if we've done this before with the warg, actually. No, we haven't. Done it with a troll, and we've done it with a big spider, but not with a warg yet. Okay. You can slash with a close, charge a bite attack, and you can also jump. And climb on big vines on walls. Double tap the left stick to run, and then press A when you reach the edge. You can also strangle the mount when you're done with it. So, actually, hang on. Actually, I was gonna say hang on to check to see if I should, like... well, there we go. That's how he used to work. See if I had enough experience to buy a better move. Or something, but... but I think I need, like... how much? Oh god. I think I might have found a little glitch there. I think I, oh, there we go. It unstuck itself, I think. The game wasn't quite working as intended for a second there. It's always nice. So let's just smack some of these, oh shit, troll around. And then smack the big one around as well. Oh shit. Oh, right, he can do that. I forgot about that. Oh shit, come on. Right, that's... I guess it's a good thing that we're able to avoid damage for the most part, but when we do, so that when we do not avoid it, we can actually turn on the magic to get it back. Oh, for fuck's sake. Maybe I should try to block that. Oh, for fuck's sake, come on. Can't believe I had finally gotten the... and I guess we're mounting the troll as well. We haven't actually run into anything that we would need the troll for yet, since you know, the fight was triggered as soon as we just got into this area, but I have a feeling that we'll run into that very soon. You can break this statue, probably, yep. And other things, and we probably need a troll to break that big gate over there. Oh, we can just gently nudge the statue and break it that way. That's also an option, I suppose. I don't really see what's the point of this little area back here. You know what I should probably do? Well, there's a dead guy on the ground there. I can't examine him while I'm on the troll, so... yeah, it's probably gonna be a good idea to do this to just... oh, for fuck's sake. I'll take care of these guys, first of all. And because I'm on the troll, he takes all the damage. I don't even get hurt when this is going on. Got my little scapegoat here. And I can still absorb these orbs when I mount it on the troll. That's actually pretty good. Okay, let's try to break the gate here, since that's the whole point of this mount. We need it to actually progress here, I'm pretty sure, yep. And now that we've done that, we can just finish off these jokers here. And now that we've taken care of all that, let's get rid of our little friend. It's top 10 anime betrayals, okay. Let's go back so that we can get stuff that we might have not been able to get while on the troll back here. Like this guy, whatever he's got. He's got a scroll. Cave trolls are effective for breaking gates and barriers. Yeah, I already learned that. A little bit ahead of you there, I'm sorry. Alright, so I want to check this part back here on foot to see if there's... well, I see something over on the... yeah, and down here. Oh, here we go. Does this guy have something useful? He does. He has a life gem. And there's also a health font here, so you know. I'm pretty sure I don't need it right now, though. I'm at full health. So now that we've discovered that, let's just go ahead and continue. See if I can at least get to the first major story boss here. And by first major story boss, I mean the first of the Lords of Shadow, which are the people that we're supposed to be going after as per the plot of this game. Don't know how long it's gonna take me to get to that point, but hopefully I can do it tonight. I see, yes, tarry. I almost said tally, but then that's a word, but it's not, doesn't mean what I want to express right now. But I came to the word tally because the words tarry and dally mixed in my mind. I do love it when that happens. Are you fucking sorry? Okay. Oh, I can actually climb this. I wasn't expecting to be able to. So what's over here? Oh, get a bag of daggers, but we don't need it because we have full daggers right now. Get the feeling we might be fighting more werewolves soon. This whole jungle forest area is werewolf country after all. Boy, oh, there's a warg. Actually, the wargs are kind of werewolfish, so presumably they would take more damage from daggers too. Ooh, can't see. Yeah, it's not bad. We just gotta go ahead and now that I've worn him down to half health. Oh my god, worn him down to half health, and then his friend comes by. That's not very nice. That's actually really terrible. And then all of his other friends come by. That's disgusting. And, a terrible practice. There we go. Oh, and we got more daggers. Okay, we do get daggers one at a time. I don't know why, since, you know, we expend them one at a time, too. I don't know why for a second there I thought we would get, like, daggers in bundles of 5 or something. It would actually be kind of broken, which I wouldn't mind, but unfortunately it was not to be. boy. And we got more friends, but this time we're better equipped to deal with them. Okay. And of course, this is yet another example of run into a mount that we're gonna need before we run into the point that we're gonna need it for, so... But sure too, since you need these mounts to actually progress. If you, like, kill them, they just spawn infinitely until you actually use one as a mount. I'm sure you could jump this on your own, like, if you were just a ski reel. But you need it for this anyway. The big old warg can just climb on the wall of vines.
Wait!
To get to this big well where the mysterious wave just dives in like that. So, you know what better course of action is there than to follow in her example. Alright, apparently we missed a red gem, but red gems are probably the least important of all the items that, like optional gems that we can find in these stages, honestly. Well, either that or weapon upgrades, because red magic is probably gonna be used very sparingly by me in this. Really barely use it. Oh yeah, we didn't find a knife weapon upgrade, why do you know? What a shame, okay. That was Agartha. And now we have 4 stages left to go in this chapter. Let's go to Dark Dungeon, I guess. Let's have Patrick Stewart tell us all about it.
Who is this strange girl? Surely she could not have survived alone in this hellhole. Gabriel follows her deep into the depths of the city. I wonder where she is leading him. It is strange. I hear no words, and yet it seems Gabriel is communicating with her in some way. Something tells me she has a part to play in all of this.
You know, it's not like that was obvious already, just from the fact that she showed her face and is actively involved with him now, even as a mysterious helper, I don't know, guide. So let's do some sweet parkour. Okay, apparently the water here is not an obstacle, which is pretty good, because I did realize that the water does not stop at any point, so it'd be kind of bullshit if it were indeed an obstacle. Okay, I think there might be some items around here that pretty much only have one chance to get at the start of the stage. I mean, you can replay stages at your leisure, so it's not a big deal if you miss them, you can just come back for them, but put them in this really out of the way places. I guess I'm supposed to jump back. Can't tell if I'm supposed to just drop down or to... Okay, no, I'm not. Now I know. I'm actually not really sure what I'm supposed to do here, do I? Okay, there we go. That's how you jump away from that. And now I can't jump past this point. Well, that didn't work. I'm pretty sure we have to do exactly that though, because there's like no other place to go. So I'm pretty sure that, yeah, I see that guy down on the right there. You can't see it all that well in the stream because the chat's in the way, but if you look at the bottom part of it, he's there. So we have to get down there somehow. I'm pretty sure that if I go up, it actually won't help me get there. But then again, I don't really know if we can go up from here, because like, if I hold up, it doesn't really do anything. So I guess we're gonna... Okay, that doesn't work either. You lose a bunch of health every time you fail like that, so... It's actually kind of distressing. Oh, okay, never mind. Right, so I guess we are supposed to go this way, that way to make progress, I would imagine, but... Which way do we go to, like... Go to where that other fucker is. I don't know. Apparently trying to, like, climb down there will not actually yield any results at all, so for the moment I guess I see myself obligated to keep taking this path. Okay, we can keep going down this way. Maybe not. Oh damn it. Oh, well, I think we missed it, honestly, because I don't see myself being able to get back over there now. Oh well, who cares? Just come back for that since it's right at the start of the level. And who knows, maybe we need some bizarre obscure ability that we don't have yet to get that. Let's see. Stefano and Michael are traveling ahead to find help, and I am so glad we teamed up because working alone has proven very difficult. Stefano has a shadow gem, but I fear it is changing him. He has developed a strong temper that wasn't there before and revels in the execution of these creatures more than is necessary. But he's not here. I feel vulnerable. Oh boy. Something tells me that he didn't make it back. I don't know why I make such an assumption, but I do. Well, here's this lady. And there she goes. And now we need more stone keys, I think, to, yeah, get past this point. So let's go exploring. Let's, never mind the fact that this has the problem that certain games have that use this weird auto-shifting camera angle thing where the controls you have are actual, like, I don't know how to describe it, like free range controls as opposed to tank controls, so it just changes abruptly when the camera changes like that. Gremlin guano. This substance was extremely valuable in Agahartian culture. It is flammable and burns slowly but with a very hot bluish flame. Alright, until it was released by the more powerful dark crystals, so I guess these blue flames are from gremlin poop. That's what we're seeing there. And I'm guessing that these here are the gremlins themselves. I guess they kind of remind me of the gremlin creatures from the Metroidvania games, like the Ukobaks that kind of fly around and light fires as they go, which are annoying because they just stay in place. They build up quick. Right, well, now that I can finally recover my health. Isn't that funny? Alright, let's get this dead guy's scroll as well. Oh wait, he has a stone key. There we go. Stone rune, excuse me. How dare I get the terminology not exactly right. Oh, here come more of these fuckers, alright. And one of them actually managed to hit me, that's absolutely disgusting. I wonder if I even need to keep fighting them, like... Oh, there's another guy in the little crevice here. I get the feeling this guy might have something optional because... This looks a little hidden. Yep, he has the shadow rune. Shadow gem. Oh boy. Oh, that was a blunder reference. Also... Get a new character entry in the monsters. I wonder who it could be. It's gremlins. Small winged imps famous for causing havoc wherever they go. Gremlins are able to breathe fire, an ability inherited from their demon ancestors, but their small bodies cannot withstand too much punishment. They're very volatile and can explode if they are hit hard enough, and apparently the daggers hurt them a lot, so I should probably fight them with those at some point. Alright, so we got a stone rune, but this is the only path we've found so far, so... I sure do wonder what next. Only extends half of the mechanism, that's sure. Oh, we have to go this way, I take it. Presumably the... well, I see a gate, which probably means we're gonna have to use a troll mount to get past this point or something like that. Yep, can't break this door on our own. Oh, or a spider, that works too, I guess. That's also a possibility. Spiders are actually harder to fight than the trolls, so I'm not excited about this, to be quite frank with you. Well, okay, let's use shadow magic against it. And try to actually use shadow magic against it, and not the fucking gremlins that are attacking right now. But we're almost out. And now we're out. Okay. But at least it's half dead now. It's better than it not being half dead. Oh yeah, we can recharge it with the might as well. Oh, fuck's sake. And I tried to break free by mashing the button, as per the QTE, but apparently didn't make it in time. I say apparently because I don't really know if I could have done it any faster than I did. Alright, come on. I'm out of both magics now. Just like the spider to stop being not yet in a state where... okay, there we go. Right, die. Thank you. Well, obviously use a spider to pull this thing loose and not a big ol' gremlin or troll to break it down. What you talking about? Kind of an idiot would come to that conclusion. Favoring one over the other. Well, whatever. We got one of the stone runes, so we don't need to do anything else back here, I would imagine. I might be wrong, since there was, you know... well, time to fucking get out of here, because I don't want to fight another spider, but oh boy, and there's a bunch of gremlins here. Probably supposed to run away from this. Hello. It would help if, yeah, there we go, we can go in the right direction here. There we are. Reg is, I don't know. I guess we can always just fight. These guys aren't really that hard to kill, you know. And now that we've started taking pot shots at us and succeeding, then... oh, time to use some of these daggers, I guess. These daggers that are actually good for fighting them. And that we can get right back since they're dropping them left and right. Alright, that takes care of that little debacle. So let's continue. Probably gonna have to redo this level at some point, as I said, because... well, that's if I want all of the bonus extra stuff. I think there's another bonus gem hidden somewhere near here, if I recall, but... I have to do some really obtuse shit to even get to it. Oh, never mind, I think I see it down there. Can I drop to it from where I am right now? No, I can't. What the fuck? Even though I can see the guy, like... I can barely see him, but there's like a platform right below me. I should have been able to land on there. And, okay, hang on. I can't kick away from the wall, and... that's kind of nonsensical, to be quite frank with you. Right. I can't keep going that way either, what? I can't, like, jump away from this thing either, so... I guess I'm screwed. See, I saw the thing, but there's no clear path to get to it. So I really don't know what... hang on a minute, let me see. If I... do this, it just kills me before I even get to that level, right? So yeah, I guess we're not getting that. Never mind. Yeah, that's not very good design, honestly, if you ask me. They show you that thing, but they make it really unclear how to get to it, and if you don't get to it before you get to a certain point, it becomes impossible. It doesn't seem like a very good time. Alright. I really need to get back some health, so I sure hope these guys don't do what they're doing right now and take potshots at me in such a way that I can't actually react to that. And, avoid taking more damage. Yeah, like that. Exactly like that. Thank you for demonstrating. think. So I can't wait for them to start doing that again. Yep, thank you. And they just keep coming until this happens, I guess. This big old scary dude. But apparently...
Did you see the power that resides within those crystals?
Apparently we got Klaatu Barada Nikto tactics.
You can find crystal shards scattered all over the place. I often go in search of them.
How can I hear your voice?
I'm not moving my lips. I have the gift.
We couldn't call it The Shining.
Who are you?
My name is Claudia, and he is my protector. He looks after me. In return, I catch evil souls so that he can absorb their energy. Without it, he will stop working. But there's something different about you. You seem good somehow, so we won't kill you.
I'm relieved to hear it.
It's okay. Let me read your thoughts.
Apparently I had to place my hand on your head like that.
What's wrong?
You are here to kill the Lords of Shadow and take their power. You mean to save us all and bring the one you love back. I am not afraid. We are coming with you. You won't make it on your own.
No, Claudia. I must do this alone.
I know the way. You don't. You need me. You need him.
Very well.
Okay. So we're just gonna accept it then. Is that the end of the level? Because I guess it must be, because he's gonna be walked out of there now. Yeah, look, two stuff that I missed. That I'm pretty sure is the two things that I saw, the corpses. But then I couldn't see how to get to them because it's really fucking nonsensical. Alright, let me see what I can get with the experience, because I probably should get something right now. Air grab. Flying kick. I guess I could get those, but I don't know. What about one more? Yeah, why not? I'll prioritize that, since that's pretty much the only skill that I use that consistently out of all of these. What else? I'd probably get this too, I guess, but I can't afford it right now. So I'll get these two for now. Air grab and flying kick. And then probably proceed to forget that I have them. Or I can get downward punch. You know what, let me get this one first. Is that unlocking skills? That did not do it. Nope. I'll have to wait until I have more experience. Meanwhile, let's let Patrick Stewart tell us about the sanctuary entrance.
Fate has played its hand, and now the die is set. I knew this child would play her part somehow, and it seems Gabriel has real help at last. It bodes well for our quest. The golem that protects the girl has something that could prove very useful in the end, something unforeseen. My dear friend, I see your destiny before me, and it is terrible indeed. And yet I have trust that all will be as I have hoped.
Alrighty then. Got the girl and her golem, and proceeding further into the Laughing Dog Temple here.
Thousands of years this city overflowed with life. It was a sanctuary of magic, wisdom, and harmony. These people were the ones that created the crystals, which you've already seen. They didn't need armies for protection. Their powers were enough to thwart any threat. That is, until the Lycans came. Then the balance changed. Trolls, goblins, gremlins, creatures of nightmare besieged the city endlessly day and night. Most fled. Others used their remaining powers to create huge titans to fight against the invaders. The battle lasted centuries until there was no stone left standing. No one left.
So I guess there was no technological advancement during that time.
My father was one of the last. He hid me. He created the Black Knight to be my protector. We have been running ever since. The Titans outlived their creators and stayed here fighting against an enemy that outnumbered them until even they were defeated. All except one. Behind those doors awaits the last of those Titans.
Well, clearly he can help out, right?
The only way to reach the Sanctuary of the Dark Lord is through that door. We will have to defeat the Titan if we wish to continue our journey.
Yeah, isn't the Titan on our side, though?
The power of a crystal. You need to find 4 shards to create the whole crystal. We will wait for you here while you look for them. Go in search of the areas where the crystal shards grow. We will wait for you here.
Well, let's see what new lore we unlocked is first. With Claudia. A mute orphan girl who lives in the ruins of Agartha. The race that created the city lived very long lives, often over many centuries, and apparently she's really 700 years old, even though, surprisingly for a character that uses that trait, she's not lowly. It's an ancient form of communication. Apparently they were all telepathic. Alright, well, there's something else, hang on. Is it something here? Oh yeah, the dark crystals. They are the result of a phenomenon that occurs in zones with a high concentration of shadow energy. The land erupts abruptly, creating the characteristic geode-like patterns. The crystals are pure shadow magic, and they are much more volatile than dangerous anti-gems from the medallions. They can make your fingers grow, you see. Just one full crystal can be used to summon a demon from the shadow plane. Yeah, but what defines one full crystal? Because do you know what natural numbers are? They're basically the reason why you don't have like if you take a rock and you break it into 2, now you have 2 rocks, you don't have like 0.5 rock in each hand. So what constitutes one crystal? If I have like a half of a length of crystal in my hand, that's technically 1 crystal, isn't it? It's not 0.5 crystal. Oh well, I don't know. Maybe the wolves know, but I don't think they'll be able to tell me. Ooh, okay. Oh, fuck's sake. I was gonna say I'm glad that we're finally getting these orbs again, but then we weren't anymore because I got hit once. Which takes off like 20% of my health that I have now. That's something I've never really been a big fan of in these games. I've heard the legends of the necromantic wars and the advanced civilization. One of their titans of war lies near this part. And these parts. They're easily capable of destroying entire cities, and yet they lost. I'll search the city for clues and hopefully find a way to destroy this abomination. See why would the Titan fight them though? Like, isn't the Titans of... oh shit.
We don't have time to lose, Gabriel. Find the areas where crystal shards grow.
Alright, Mom, calm yourself. But, yeah, wouldn't the Titans be like programmed to fight against the monsters, since it's kind of why they were made to begin with? Why would they fight someone who clearly isn't one? So that guy just spawned in from nothing. You can actually see that. One of the other wolfy boys just died right in the point where he spawned. And that attack did nothing to the new guy. It's nice to see that's how that works. Come on, I'm trying to absorb these fucking... there. And they just keep coming, oh boy, oh boy. That's exciting. Right, time to only absorb healing magic now. Yeah, I found.
We need 3 more now.
Oh, we need 4, damn it. Yeah, lucky would have needed only 3, but I guess I am not that lucky. I say with any luck, so there was a chance that we would need only 3, but no, you always need 4 for this level. Jesus Christ. My cables are so badly entangled that they always... Well, I forget about that. Getting a gem fills up your... whatever that gem is related to. Like, if it's a life gem, it fills up your life. And if it's a magic gem, apparently it fills up the magic of the color that the gem has. What else was I saying? I was saying something else, I think, and I've completely forgotten what that was because my short-term memory is absolute garbage. If I could tell you how many times I like went to type something in the search bar in the browser, and then between the time that I thought of it from when I actually leaned forward to switch to the browser tab or the search tab and click on it, I've already forgotten what that was. If I could tell you the amount of times that has happened to me. Sadly, the human brain is yes, I know.
3 more crystal shards.
I know, Cedric, okay. Also, I don't know if, like, if you look at the background, I guess it's supposed to be like a storm. Yeah, it's lighting up periodically, the sky is... I was gonna say, I'm not sure if that's supposed to be looking like that, because I played this level a few times, and I never really noticed that before, and I was gonna say, I don't know if it's supposed to look like that, or if it's just like a rendering error. I don't know, I think it is supposed to look like that. Okay, so... I do remember, though, that there's... Oh, for fuck's sake. Well, that's nice. I can see myself being able to react to that. Thanks, guys. Right, we got another crystal shard. How the fuck are you able to tell what I found and haven't found from where you are, anyway? What kind of range does your telepathy have? Alright, so we need some kind of lever to... Oh, we need to upgrade the combat cross, never mind. So whatever's behind there, it's like a knife upgrade or something. Can't get it yet. We're gonna have to progress more in the game and then replay this level at some point. That's if I feel like getting that. I don't know, I probably won't since it's like a weapon upgrade. Those are... well, sub-weapon upgrade. Those are kind of... I don't really use them all that much, so... it's like whatever. And up, for fuck's sake. That was nice. And, you know, when I say upgrade, that doesn't mean like the weapon works better or anything. It means that you can carry more of it at a time. That's all that means. So, capacity upgrade, I guess. So I guess I have to go back this way now, because I've run into a dead end over there. Even though I did find both the... well, hang on. 2 shards, so I'm half done with my quest for now, I guess. And I do see that there's... I know.
2 more crystal shards.
Okay, there's something we can hang on to over there. So let's see where this goes. Maybe it leads to something secret, I don't know. Since it looks like it leads in the same general direction to the area that we were just at, and it really did look like we are pretty much done with, you know, the story mandated stuff in that area, but I don't know. Oh boy. Maybe not. Maybe we do have to go this way. Oh, we have to jump down here. You can barely even see that, but there it is. Come on. Okay, so apparently you just have to tap down to drop down. I thought I had to tap down and press A to drop down, but okay, so here's an area that I know gives some people trouble. You have to fight three big boys here. Oh boy, and they are very... They do not go down nearly as easy as the other guys do, so I tend to use some dirty tactics like the shadow daggers. Oh, for fuck's sake, and waste some like that. Not that too. Alright, I'm out of shadow magic, and that guy is almost dead, so let me see if I can finish him off here, which apparently I can't, so rip. I didn't like regain health, I think, so it would be ridiculous. Yeah, they can do these quick punches that fucking create a shockwave, so that's super fair. Well, I tried to block there, I guess it didn't work. There we go. Okay, this guy needs to die. I don't know if oh, there we go, I did grab him. I wasn't sure if I had or not. And now we break open his jaw, as we tend to do. Come on, we're almost to the point where we can start getting orbs. I would like to get to that point, but of course we weren't allowed to. Right, so they don't just do quick punches like out of nowhere to make the shockwaves. They follow... have those punches as follow-ups to other attacks, which is terrible because it makes it even harder to tell when they're gonna happen, but okay. My abuse of the shadow-powered knives was actually a good course of action. Let's just fight this guy with healing magic, I guess. I need to keep using the shadow one. For fuck's sake, come on. No, it doesn't... Yes, I know. I'm kinda busy right now, dude. I don't know why you're distracting me. It's actually kinda rude. It's rude regardless, honestly. It's really annoying. I can actually break through their guard slightly with the strong attack. I don't know. Alright, so that takes care of that. There was one person that I watched streaming this game that took like 5 attempts to beat those guys. And you know, I probably took about as many attempts the first time I played this game, because I tell you, this was pretty much the first game I played, I think, that had the this kind of a fast-paced, brutal action game pace like God of War does, I guess. So that's pretty much a game that this game takes the most away from in its own gameplay. And I was not used to that style of combat at all, so I just kept dying. And I got used to it eventually, and now here we are. Okay, we get another crystal.
Excellent. Just one more.
I wonder where it could be. I hope it's not very far from here. Oh, we made it all the way back to the entrance, so... that's kind of disturbing, honestly. We're at full health. Oh wait, no, this isn't the entrance, this is the inside of the place, I think. Yeah, we're on the other side of that door. Oh, and there's the last crystal bit, so there we go. Got a dark crystal. If we hold B, we can summon a demon to pretty much annihilate all minor enemies and put a big dent of damage in enemies that have more health. And it can be used to power certain ancient devices.
Do not waste the crystal, or you'll have to find another one.
Can't break this obstacle on your own. Well, now that we've, what do you call it? Oh, we gotta mount a troll to break all the way, or break the statues to actually find our way back. That's, oh, for fuck's sake. That's nice. Oh, I'm just trying to absorb all of them, thank you very much, right. Oh, there's a dead guy here, hang on. Okay, apparently you can't dodge in midair, good to know. It's kind of a funny thing, because that should come up now, because as I said, I was playing Bayonetta earlier, and in that game you can't dodge in midair by default, but it is one of the abilities you can buy and unlock. And good thing too, because in Bayonetta, as far as I'm aware, you can't block, you can only dodge. So, okay, that's one statue destroyed. I think there was another one. Maybe I was wrong. Looks like there might only have been one. So I don't see anything else. Right, time to get rid of our friend here. And let's see what the dead guy has for us. Oh boy, it's a hint scroll. It's a hint scroll for the puzzle. So that we have to do here, I guess we can pay experience to unlock the solution, but what kind of brain-dead idiot would do that? People of Fagarta use the Shadowfield gemstones to power many different devices. I cannot find the correct way to do such a thing. You will lose the puzzles award, which I'm pretty sure is more experience by unlocking the solution, so I'm not gonna do that actually. Let me check something real quick. There we are. So I guess we go through the path that we opened up by breaking the statue here. Hey, look what I found. To use it here, I guess. Alright. Can you tell how this is gonna... Oh, wait. Oh yeah, we can... Yes, we have to do that. Because we can only carry one crystal at a time, and...
Behind that big door, the Titan awaits you.
Can you tell where this is going?
These statues seem to be here for a reason.
So she doesn't even know where this is going. Right, can I put the crystal in this one? Yes, I can. Okay.
I think these statues can move somehow.
Yeah, I can see that. Hang on, I guess I need to... Okay, you press the button once to grab it, and then you press it again to let go. Right, so is that really gonna be it? Just gonna shade onto that door there. I guess so. So that was so difficult, you guys. Can't believe we saved like 250 experience by solving that on our own. Where do we get all the optional stuff except the fucking dagger upgrade, which I'm probably not gonna bother getting in this mission because I don't know. This mission is not that stellar in my head just because of the fucking constant reminders. Hey, go do this thing that they decided to put in it. Let me get the downward punch. What is area counter strike? After performing a synchronized block, you can just counter. What about direct counter? Oh, how will you unlock that? arcane barrier. I guess I could get that. I should probably save up for that next. And then these other fancy moves. Can make it, oh boy, we can throw up to 5 daggers at a time. That seems a bit wasteful though, I don't think I'm gonna get that. I can also get a blinding flash of light if we do a synchronized block with light magic. Or do fancy and expensive stuff with magic, but I probably won't. Let's just go to the Sanctuary of Titans too.
The 3 companions enter the Chamber of the Titans. What awaits them there is all that remains of the great technology of the Aghartians. This battle will test them all, and there is no going back now. The board is set, the pieces in play, and we shall see what occurs and who will emerge the victor. The child and her golem will help, and I hope once the battle is won, that Gabriel will have the courage to do what is necessary for our quest to succeed. For there is still the matter of the Lords of Shadow, and their power is even more formidable.
What is necessary? That's not ominous at all. Also, it just eluded my mind until now, but I just remembered that I think in Order of Ecclesia, the gun that Albus has is called Agartha. So this whole Aghartians thing might be a reference to that. And that might be a reference to something else from mythology, but I don't know. I don't know things. Never mind the fact that the constant stuff taken from myth and popular culture and Gothic tradition is what, part of what made me interested in this series to begin with. I am ignorant of such things, clearly. It sure's a big pile of rocks. Big pile of rocks with a face. So, by the way, we got pretty much 3 big boss fights coming up, and this is the first one of them. I don't know why this Titan has like the Pharaoh face model going on. What he does, maybe she does, I don't know, I think I see orbs down there. And there is going to be one kind of longish level right before the final boss fight that's in this sequence. But beyond that, we've gotten to the, I guess, a little marathon part. So let's go back into Shadow of the Colossus, but differently this time. It's kind of a funny thing. There's 3 bosses in this game that are labeled Titan, and the first one was the Ice Titan that we fought at the end of the first chapter. Second one is this one, and the third one is not going to come until much later in the game. It's going to be really different from both Titans that we've seen so far. Oh boy, we unlocked the bestiary entry of the Stone Idol Titan. The Mage Smiths created powerful artifacts, magical clothing or enhanced weapons and armor. The golems of gargantuan proportions were built for defensive purposes, but mages were forced to use them in the course of the war against the Dark Lords, during which most of them were destroyed. Somehow, and now we have to destroy it, even though,
Don't get too close to the Titan.
We are fighting the Dark Lords too, and the Titan supposedly is too, but in spite of this, it's apparently going to fight us, just like at a glance. And yeah, we shouldn't get too close to the Titan. We should run around the edge of the arena, though. Also, yeah, if you're on the ground when that stump happens, I think you get hurt, which is pretty BS since there's pretty much no warning for it. But at least once you realize that that's the case, it's pretty easy to see that coming. And you need to run around the edge of the arena here. Not out of necessity, but because there's something that we should find eventually if we do. Oh, I think I just passed it, right. And then you have this this rock that we can latch onto and throw it back at the Titan. And as you can see, there's a dead guy on the edge of the arena there. That's pretty much impossible to find unless you run around looking specifically for him. Hey, this guy's here because he's gonna help out. Okay. Yeah, just a minute. First I want to get this Shadow Magic Gem. It's important that I get this stuff, don't you know? I think there's only one guy like that in this level. Alright, so here we go again. Have to climb up the Colossus and avoid falling off and get to the rune parts areas. Right, I actually don't know how this is supposed to work, because I saw another, thing over on the left, but that I can, like, grapple onto, but okay, it took it all the way to the top of the other leg before I can do that, I guess. And now I go down, I suppose. There's no clear indication of how these paths make sense, you just gotta assume that they go somewhere, I guess. Well, at least this Titan is not yet wily enough to try swatting us off with its hand or something. Fairly certain it will get to that point before too long though. Alright. Time to start the knee stabbing of this poor creature. And there we go. Oh, okay, now it actually brushed us off like that. And
pick your moment, Gabriel.
yeah, we can't really heal, it's just, healing requires us to actually hurt the enemies. And I can't see where I am right now, this is a great camera angle. Alright, there we go. I need to be at a good distance from that fucker. Can see stuff like that coming, we just kind of hang back until it throws another shiny rock at us. Yeah, like that. And now we climb up here.
Gabriel, go!
On the arm, I guess. I guess there's no choice for us but to get brushed off before, I don't know. I want to imagine that if we hadn't gotten brushed off, then there would have been a way to climb up to the arm faster, but I don't even know. It's not really a big warning for that or anything, so
Over here.
Hey, let me telepathically shout at you. Oh, this other dude climbs up your arm. The Titan's confused, so it appears. Maybe this will give it a wake-up call. Or not, still just kind of, okay, there it goes. It's kind of hesitating for a while until it actually decided to do this.
Down here, you bitch!
Bitch, okay, so it is a she. Confirmed. Nice little... Oh, no, there we go. See, I didn't even know if it was going to do that or not. It just kind of, oh, okay. Kind of assumed, and I saw a little area to hang on to under where I was, so... But there was no clear indication that I was about to have it. I just took a leap of faith, I guess. Took a wild guess, and it turned out to be true. And, you know, it was based on pattern recognition a little bit, but still. I feel like they could have designed this better, is what I'm trying to say, I suppose. What I'm trying to get at here. Okay, again, I'm gonna go down because I assume that I'm gonna get rushed off again because you don't actually see it coming with your eyes until it's actually happening. I don't know if I fell that time because I didn't climb down fast enough or because I didn't hold the right trigger, but based on the fact that I didn't see the warning thing, I'm going to assume it was the former. Which perplexes me, considering that I'm pretty sure I was, oh shit.
Now, Gabriel, go!
It's already pretty clear of the hand. And besides, I think the... have I seen this? Oh shit. Just gonna do it again, yep. And that time, yep. So I might... Not really sure if... Not really sure if I'm supposed to climb down like I was doing or to just keep going up, because it looks like there might be a little spot on like the top of the arm that's above where the hand's reach is. But I don't even know. Right, come on, I'm waiting. I'm just kind of hanging around here, I guess. Not that close, so I have to assume that the rock will be thrown. Yeah, there we go. Oh yes, I can approach that much until after this happens.
Quick, hold on to something now!
The arm touches down. Right, so you just get to the top part of the arm and stay there, I guess. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to do that or not, but I'm going to operate under the assumption since... see if I stay right here, yeah, okay. Oh, well, obviously. Hi. I don't see any more shiny spots on its body, so...
Gabriel, take this!
Oh, there we go. I guess we have to use this thing to finish it off. Oh, I didn't really see that coming, so I'm glad I managed to respond in time. Time to venture, I guess, and see. That would have been a game over if I had missed that. But hey, there we go.
The Titans are no more.
Yeah, it's a shame.
She was the last of her kind.
She apparently wasn't on our side, even though she should have been.
We should rest. Night is coming. I know a place.
Somehow, even though it's kind of implied that I couldn't have come around this way before since the Titan was in the way. Well, I don't know. Supposedly she's like hundreds of years old, so... Sure, that can be used as a hand wave. It's not a plot hole or anything like that. How dare you? We've justified that. Alright, so chain barrier. Getting this and new skills. Oh boy. Is it gonna be an upgraded version? Yeah, I guess I'm gonna focus on that since I don't see any other move out of all the fleets that I would rather have. And now the Black Knight. Boy, I sure do wonder what's gonna happen here. Could it have to do with the ominous thing that Patrick Stewart warned us about?
A great victory. Gabriel has won the trust of the girl, and together they wield a fearsome power. She is so young, so beautiful. Life is so fragile here on the edge of humanity, and yet in this unforgiving place she has managed to survive with the help of her Black Knight protector. Sleep will come and take them soon. Tired and exhausted, they rest but this night. Fate once again comes calling, and I fear my friend will never be the same again.
Oh boy, maybe Gabriel done goofed. Well, it's nice that we found this lady. Clearly that means we have a faithful companion to accompany us to our quest. We'll have many more wonderful, garrulous, adventuring times together. This is the beginning of something very, very epic and integral. Something of undeniable impact.
Do not let the darkness possess you, Gabriel. You must remove the gauntlet from the night. It is a key, and the moment will come when you will be in great need of it.
No. I will have to continue without it. I will not harm.
I am afraid it is far too late for that.
Oh boy, it seems my dreams have come true. And now my goat friend has flown the coop. We do not have a defense attorney for this unfortunate scene. So no, of course this has to happen. Have to have another boss fight right after the last boss fight. But unlike the last boss fight, this one is actually kind of a wake-up call because it requires you to play a lot more defensively than pretty much anything else you might have seen so far. Golden was created using similar techniques to the Titans. Our human body was needed to imbue the armor with great power, so Claudius father used the corpse of a mute killer and weaved his soul within the armor for his magical being. Okay, I guess that never resulted in complications before now. Black Knight requires souls in order to function, so Claudia lures evil creatures so that he may devour them. We're just going to leave you to imagine how that works. The Black Knight is not evil. The soul of the killer inside the armor hopes for redemption by protecting his ward and sees a kindred spirit in the mute daughter of his creator. Okay. So yeah, he's not very happy with what we did. And apparently he's only vulnerable to dark daggers, so let's throw one at him. Yeah, that doesn't do much though, does it? Ooh. Yeah, I figured that would result in. Oh, oh. Okay, yeah, so yeah, he has a few moves like this. I actually have done this fight in a really long time, so let's see if I can somehow prevail in spite of that. Okay, so whenever he winds up his sword in the slightest, I should dodge to the side, not backwards. He only dodge backwards when he does like broad swings like that. Okay, let's hit him with shadow magic, I suppose. Probably a good idea. And we need his gauntlets. That's why this had to happen, I suppose. Gauntlet that he only very occasionally uses for. Maybe he can guard against that, I don't know, because it looks like it's actually pretty. Well, he can't guard against that. I'm out of all types of magic, by the way. Oh wait, he's stunned, right. Guess this might be like a checkpoint within the fight. Ooh, okay. I wasn't sure if I was gonna be able to respond there, or Okay, so play defensively, and I'm going to assume you can't actually block those, like, shockwaves and shit, so... Well, he does telegraph them pretty well, so I guess it's not as big of a deal as it could be. But I gotta tell you, so far the only move of his I've seen that's actually full on. Well, not that is, but that I've been able to confirm is unblockable is the broadsword. That really works in close quarters. Okay, there we go. See, I'm doing it. I'm doing it somehow. Oh shit, but actually forgot to what move that was. No, almost got hit by the result, so probably would have if I were closer, but... Ooh. Oh, for fuck's sake, well there we go. See, that's why I wanted to build up as much of this magic as I could before I activated any of the... well, magic reserves before I activated them, because activating them stops you from getting more orbs. Okay, time for more QTs to advance to the next phase, I suppose. He is always... oh, he gets a new move. Oh shit, I think I remember this. Okay. Actually, I remember something like this from fucking the second sequel to this game, Lords of Shadow 2, where there are these pools on the floor and you can pretty much only see them, or hit them rather. Oh, what the fuck. Only hit them if you do strong attacks like that, and hit them that way, and then they stop you from... Why is he making another one? I'm only trapped by one. Alright, or whatever. Alright. I keep thinking that's gonna be some kind of shockwave attack or something. That's that looks like to me, I guess, but then... no, it's just this nonsense. At least if I'm close to him, I can, like, retaliate while disabling those terrible blobs at the same time. Oh, or I can try to, but then I don't actually manage to. Well, I thought I was gonna hit me. It actually has a really short range now that I can observe it. So yeah, no, if I start aiming at him specifically with that's a problem. Fuck, okay. I was not expecting to dodge that. If I, like, aim the strong attacks at him specifically to where I actually am able to hit him directly, it stops... they stop hitting the ground, so I can't actually attack the blobs. So it can be a problem, so whenever I try to retaliate while attacking him at the same time, I should, well, attack both, pretty much. Should focus on the blobs first, that's basically what I'm trying to say. Okay, I was not expecting that to... oh, okay. That to hit the blob, or me to dodge that shockwave. I was not expecting either of those things, okay. Okay, that I was expecting to dodge because I saw that coming, but it was not to be. Okay, I don't know why I didn't hit the blob there, to be quite frank with you. So I haven't done this boss fight in forever, like I said, but looks like I might actually get to beat him on the first try. That's actually kind of surprising, to be frank with you. Oh boy. Apparently he's not just an enchanted armor like he kind of looked like he was, he's also like a buff dude underneath. Buff zombie with an armor. Okay, I'm out of flight magic, so I'm probably gonna take it easy with, what the fuck? Huh, something I never noticed until now, hang on, try something. Okay, so if you, like, activate your magic and use it, and then turn it off without getting hit in the meantime, you can have your... how do I phrase this? Oh, well, I got caught, but that doesn't matter, I guess, really far away. If you have any build-up in the orb meter at the bottom there, you can actually keep that, even if you activate your magic, taking you don't take any damage as a result of that, or before you turn it back off. I actually did not know that. I thought, like, activating your magic empty the meter regardless, but I guess not. It was actually not a bad boss fight, all things considered. I mean, I still take issue with the fact that a lot of these attacks that these bosses have are pretty much... Oh shit, damn it, I thought I had a... Oh damn, do you see how much health he just got back? That's gonna be yes. Oh, good time to repeat the last quarter of this, I guess. But yeah, I take issue with the fact that the attacks that a lot of these bosses have is stuff that you can't see coming until, like, it hits you at least once. Applied for the Titan, and it applies for this guy, I would argue. Oh shit, I was trying to turn it off there. Oops, and I was expecting to dodge that, but you know what, maybe I should dodge to the left instead of to the right, like I always do when he tries that. I feel like that might be a better idea, since, you know, that's where his sword is and all. So I get the feeling, I don't know, it might be delayed. I might have my perception of that skewed, but I get the feeling that the, I don't know, the center of the source for that attack. What? Did you see how far away I was? I don't know how that worked, but alright. Come on, please. Alright, finally I can... get some more of this stuff. Okay, finally get the stuff, and actually triple that this time, please. Okay, there we go. Oh man. I didn't get to see his face all that great before he turned into Skeletor there. Okay, we succeeded in our mission. We killed our friends, and now we have this dark evil gauntlet as a result. It was completely worth it. And as we will eventually come to learn, this gauntlet is the best thing we ever could have gotten. It's totally worth killing our friends. I have to make a very crude grave for them, or for this lady, I guess. Yes, the other guy doesn't get that privilege since he just kind of evaporated into nothing after we killed him. Okay, we got the Dark Gauntlet Relic. Let's go to the skills page. Oh, new skills have been unlocked. I wonder if they could have to do with our the gauntlet we got, with which we can do a Tremor Punch. And an Earthquake Punch. So we can do a very strong punch in front of us or at the ground. And we actually need that to solve some puzzles, if I recall. So what new moves do we have here? If any, we don't have any. We only have this thing, which I didn't look at yet for some reason, even though, well, I know why, because it's just an upgrade. I don't need to look at it to tell what it does. Oh yeah, let's get this skill. I don't think I'm really gonna bother with any of the relic power skills, since those demand magic, and I'm very stingy about consuming magic when I don't need to. So yeah, that was chapter 2. How many chapters are there? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 14. I think the last 2. I think there are actually only 12, and then the last 2 chapters are like DLC, which comes included in this, the Ultimate Edition. But Well, I was gonna mention actually, Seth, I don't know if any of you have ever played Across the Castle 2, but this world map reminds me of that more than anything. Fucking Flash games. Actually, it wasn't even Across the Castle like the Flash game, it was like the iPhone version that had a map like this. It's got like the big old chunks of land on the southwest. You got the river Scandinavia on the top right. And you got this weird jagged island over on the right. But anyway, I'm pretty sure chapter 2 is like either the longest or one of the longest chapters in this whole game, so as you can tell, well, you can see chapter 3 is only 2 missions.
Dreams are a gateway to the mind, and now Gabriel has paid a terrible price for succumbing to his weariness. The many sleepless nights since his love was taken from him, the fear of falling into sleep, the nightmares that haunt him have all played their part. Did he murder this poor girl? Or is there some other explanation? Doubt gnaws at him now, eating his very soul. The golem protected this child for centuries, loved her dearly, and there was no way he would have let Gabriel live, yet alone give up the gauntlet.
Shouldn't have been let alone give up the gauntlet.
Most would abandon the quest, but something deep inside forces him ever onwards. A dark force has taken hold, and all creatures of the night will come to fear him now.
Well, Patrick Stewart definitely said yet alone, but I get the feeling that something might have gotten past the proofreader there, and they put yet alone instead of let alone, because that doesn't really make sense. But yeah, I wonder if the spooky face we keep seeing when Gabriel has these nightmares of killing women that he likes could have anything to do with the unexplained way in which he kills them in spite of not wanting to. So here's our nifty new dark gauntlet. A Guardian Mage-Smith technology was not originally part of the design for the Black Knight Golem, but it was somehow magically melded with the constructor in the final stages of its creation. We don't know how it happened. Included it because of the sheer power and brute force that it gave the golem, and he deemed it necessary to protect his beloved child, but in truth it has a much darker purpose. But is that darker purpose ours? Well, I guess it is, since we are the owners of the gauntlet now. Alright, so yeah, we can do these spooky punches now, as you can see. Punch forward or punch the ground. That's the power that we have, and we need to punch, indeed, to be able to proceed here. And it's kind of weird, because you see the setup and it kind of feels like you should be able to get this to punch through the door, but no, we need to combine Shadow Magic with the gauntlet. It kind of sucks that we don't have any left in that case. What happened to all our Shadow Magic, actually? Like, I guess it got used up in the fight with the golem, but... oh, shit. Oh. But I'm pretty I don't remember, but I didn't think I was using a lot of it in, like, the final stages of the fights. I can only use it, like, at the beginning of it, and that was it. Well, we have a little bit of Shadow Magic now, so hopefully that's enough. Hope we can fill it up here regardless. I'm pretty sure the reason this is here is because we need that Shadow Magic to proceed, so... let's go ahead and get the stuff. I'll have the waterfalls music again. How do we get back over there, though? Let's see, any place to climb here. Can't, like, go over there either. Yeah, we can't jump the distance on our own, so... need to, like, get back over the wall somehow. Oh, here we go. So let's use our super strong Megaton Punch to... oh, can't charge it up if we use Shadow Magic. Oh, these guys are back, I guess. Oh yeah, we still had like only half health from our fight, so I should probably be using this magic to, you know, replenish my health and all that. do have an infinite source of magic right here. And now presumably we can just keep pushing this to... Oops. Oh, so it refuses to go over the edge, just gets abruptly stopped by some force, some invisible wall. But it's... we can swing from its horn to cross the barrier that the chasm was now. And this looks like a place where, I don't know, more of this... the wolf guys would show up, but I guess not this time. That's surprising, not gonna lie. Yes, gonna be honest with you, not gonna lie, is what I was trying to say before I actually put my thoughts in order. That's a collective noun. Well, at least it is in this particular context. It's also a homonym, so... This crumbling civilization is a testament to man's greatest ingenuity. Many of them sung beneath the pelagic ocean. The pelagic ocean, okay. That's the reference we're going for. Or that's the unverifiable reference we're going for, I guess I should say. Dark Lord's influence is strong here. Wargs, werewolves, and lichen roam every corner of this land. I found out nothing regarding the spell that has cut our world from the heavens, but one thing is becoming clear. The Lords of Shadow must die. Well, only one of them is here, so... I think you're making a generalization. What if the other Lords of Shadow aren't like the Lord of the Lichens? And you're gonna feel like a real jerk. Okay. There might be something secret. You know, there's a chest up there. I can see that. I don't know if I can get to it right now. I probably won't be able to just because of the fact that, you know... I'm just gonna try to keep moving to where I can. And if I just keep doing that, the point will come to which, or at which I will be completely cut off from being able to get that. And I expect it to come, yeah. Here it comes. I suspect. Hello. Camera, please. Camera, what are you doing? There you go. Yep. There we go, set opportunity. Of course, it doesn't matter, because I don't know what I was supposed to do with it. Man, also I don't like how the... I guess it's for clarity, but... Like, if you're hanging like that on a wall that you're not supposed to jump away from, or like, kick away from before you jump, it doesn't let you kick at all. And I don't know, I feel like some of the puzzles could better be solved by... Or by puzzles I mean some of the stuff that's clearly out of reach could better be reached by kicking away at some places where the game doesn't actually let you. I don't know, I mean, I guess I'm going by Assassin's Creed parkour logic, where, you know, there is a predetermined route, but you can actually find some alternative ones if you're wily, that the game doesn't actually expect you to take or intend for you to take. You can still manage to make it work. This game is not like that. Oh, hey, there's fairies here. There's these little green lights just wandering around. And they're distracting the doggo boys for us. Isn't that nice of them? Oh shit, goddammit. And here I allowed myself to think that I wasn't gonna have to use the healing magic anymore. Oh, for fuck's sake, come on. fuck's sake. Well, it doesn't help when they keep like spawning from the edges of the screen with no warning like that. That does not help at all. At least we're replenishing our magic now, I guess. If a grace opportunity. So there we go. I'm glad somebody's on our side. Instead of that Titan that should have been. I get a fairy container. I need to search for fairy blossoms in the tree to fill it up, but first let's check out this dead guy. Last night I dreamt that a beautiful woman visited me in my dreams. She was bewitching, mesmerizing. A warrior is coming who will destroy the Lycan Lord, and she and her people will help him. She was the queen of the fairies, and she spoke in a language I could not recognize, yet I understood every word she said. Oh boy. I die this day, I die having seen and experienced things no other man can lay claim to, and so I can happily declare that the cake is not a lie. Oh, look, a meme. Aren't these Spanish developers funny? Alright. But it doesn't work either, because the cake in Portal wasn't cheesecake, so what gives? Oh hey, another dead guy. I wonder if he has a meme too. Nope, he has a shadow gem. Which means we can now expand our shadow magic meter. Although generally I would rather have a bigger light magic meter since I can heal myself with that. Alright, there's nothing else up here, I guess. So yeah, our objective for this level is gonna have to be like finding 3 fairy blossoms and using them to open the gates. That's up here, and oh, okay. Thought we were gonna grapple onto that, but I guess we're just tearing it down. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, there's gonna be some evil coming up here. There's a lever we can pull to try and open one of these gates, but that would be too easy. Actually, before I try that, let me come over here and see if I can climb up this crumbling wall that I just forced to crumble. See what I can find over here on this side, this end of things. Oh, it's another corpse. What do you know? Hey, I took an arrow in the knee, that's why I died. Haha, okay. Actually, I don't know if that had come out yet when this game came out. I think it did. Fucking Skyrim, I think it was. Okay, let's try and open this door. It will be very, very easy and convenient since there's nothing to stop us from doing so. Bam. I was not expecting to be right there, but okay. Alright, so there's the door we need to open. The fuck is that sound? Oh, here it goes. Alright, Mr. Werewolfman. I see more of your friends are headed this way. I'm sorry for having discovered the attack that staggers you and that you have no poise. Alright. There's actually a variety of ways we can go from here. I think I see some vines on the wall that I think you can only climb them with a warg, which I don't have yet. Don't have that mount, but at least now I know, so that when I eventually get it, I know to come here with it. So here's a door. I guess we can take a look at it. Must find 3 fairies to open the door. There's now a fairy counter on the top right, as you can see. Oh, hey, there's the work. Oh boy, I thought I was going to be out of range. That dodge, but I guess not. Okay, so yeah, this camera sucks for fighting this guy, I'm gonna tell you. At least we can now get cheap shots on him by doing the move that we got a while ago. It's probably gonna take a while to kill him that way, but we can also do this. Can't fucking see what I'm doing. That's good. Did he dodge that one? Oh, whatever. Oh, shit. And of course, we can jape us by doing that at the last moment. Charging up an unblockable attack. As we're firing something at him, alright. Alrighty, so here we go. So, go at a run, since there's no reason not to. And climb up here. So do we need him for anything else now that we're up here? Time to find out. I'm guessing it's gonna be a no. So also, spoiler alert by the way regarding the... Oh, there's some big wolfy boys here. Try to see if I can like beat them down with a warg. I'll beat the regular ones and then the big guy. Apparently the answer is a big yes. That's, you know, it does please me that I realized that before I got off the mount. Okay, man, the warg is actually pretty strong even when you use it to fight other enemies. I like that. Okay, I'm glad we were able to clear that out before we got rid of our friend. And okay, now it might be time to go. Hang on. Now it might be time to kill him, because we were somehow able to jump this before, but apparently he refused to go now, so fucking... It was a good time. And I think we need this, not just to open this, but we might need to take like the lever off the switch here and take it with us. Don't remember. Guess not. Okay, not for this particular door at least. So now let's go back over here. I don't think we're done on this side. I think that that hole over there is to like go back to where we were before. But what we need to do right now is to get to the top of each of the towers here, and there should be a fairy blossom in each of those. So when we reach the top of all 3, then we'll have gotten all the keys to the door. And I wasn't sure if there's gonna be a way to climb over here. I guess not. Let me take a look over here actually before I like continue going the other way. Because like I said, I think this is for going back to the hub kind of area. I don't know what else to call it. Oh, there we go. Actually, I just realized I probably can't get back up now. Oh well. Started going this way, might as well own it. And you know, as stupid as it seems, okay, never mind, we can't just jump down here. Yeah, we're back here now. And, shit. The gates closed up again, didn't they? Alright, well, since it was so easy the first time, let's just leisurely open them up again. With no opposition, wow. So so sure. I'm pretty sure at some point some fucking wolves are gonna come up here and harass me while I'm trying to open these things. I don't know, maybe they only show up until like after I've already got all the fairies so I can go and open the door. I don't know. Well, now we're gonna have to fight this guy again because jump down like an idiot. Okay, I ran out of knives. How do you know? Come on, let's just keep him as a mount. And it actually regains a little health after we mount him. It's a little bit unexpected. But we can skip the scene, why not? Right, and now that we have... Let's go over there again, where we fought and killed the other dudes with this boys. Well, not this boy in particular, but one of these boys. Loyal help. And now here we are. I think we're actually gonna need some magic for this puzzle. We're coming up on here with these things in the wall. Magic is required to activate the rune. The answer is what kind? Or the question, rather. There's no real way to tell, like, they can take either light magic or dark magic, and I don't think there's any real way to tell other than trial and error. It's kind of stupid. Just gonna try light magic to start with, since I have way more of that. Okay, this one's blue. This one isn't. And I think I took damage from that, which is really stupid. Yep. So I need magic for this one, which I just realized that drains your magic, so I'm not gonna have enough to light both of them, I don't think. Wait, what? Okay, so that was a waste in every way. That's good to know. I need some more magic to open that up. But for now, let's climb up to the top of this broken face, I guess. It's no man's land in Mario 64. Right, here's the first of the fairy blossoms. So these are just like fairies, I guess. They are indeed a new sub-weapon, as you might imagine. They distract the enemies. They are very fragile and die after one use. The magical forces can also be used to reactivate certain ancient devices, right? We can also have light fairies. They will explode on contact with the enemy, oh boy. And naturally they will, you know, as things that explode tend to do, they will also perish in the attack. Shockingly. And we get another scroll. I discovered some inscriptions on these old walls. The blue rune, oh. So we do get a clue, that's... Alright, I thought that was the only way was trial and error, so... Blue rune only has one neighbors, which means it has to be one of the ones on the end. We already figured out that it's the one on the left. And there's a red rune with a blue one to the left of it, so... It has to be like the red rune is on the... There's a red rune in the middle. So the left one is blue, the middle one is red, but there's no indication of what the fucking right one is. That's you still have to use trial and error to determine that. That's pretty bad design, honestly. Well done, lads. How do I make puzzles? Okay. Okay, so this one's blue. This one's red, but apparently we don't have to activate that yet. Maybe they expected to figure it out from the phrasing, like the red rune, or no, the blue rune, like there's only one blue rune. And therefore the other two must be red. But if that's the case, then that's even more vague. I really don't know. Anyway, let's swing on this bearded guy's globe horns, I guess. And see where this will lead. something to... There's another mechanism to open the gate here, but we need something to actually turn it. That's why I thought we were gonna have to take the lever away from the other one, because I did remember there was one point at which we needed to do that also. I'm pretty sure I just got a bunch of knives at once, so... I guess sometimes, yeah, they do come in sets. I don't know if it's like in sets of 3 or sets of 5 though. So here it is, here's the lever. And we can't fucking do this right now because we got a fucking wolfy boy popping up out of nowhere to interrupt us. That's very rude. Where the fuck did you go? There you are. Let's fight over here. I think the camera angle is slightly better. Thank you. Thank you for agreeing to my terms. It's very, very nice of you. For fuck's sake. For fuck's sake. Oh, for love, fuck, come on. Probably try to figure out too, like which of their attacks is the one that they always do before they do a ground slam. I feel like it's always like one specific swipe. Oh, for fuck's sake! How could that was a fluke? I'm pretty sure. Like he's just programmed to dodge off to the side after I tried to do a combo. Oh, okay. He was gonna do the ground slam, but I interrupted him at the last second. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that he dodged off to the side there. I like how we turn to face the camera so that we get that particular angle on the jaw-breaking scene, or part of the animation. But when he dodged off to the side, he just so happened to do it in the same direction that I dodged off to the same idea that I was trying to break off from the combo so that I could get to safety, and then he took advantage of that and used the opening to get a hit in, which I think it's gonna be us, since, you know, you don't have an opening if that happens. It's just complete random luck. And I hope I don't sound like a DSP when I say that. I just feel like, you know, there's a lot to be hung up on about this game. You know, I like this game. I don't dislike it. I do dislike what you know, the original continuity of Castlevania had to die for this to happen, but I don't dislike the game in general. I think I can say with confidence. But at the same time, you know, there's a lot of flaws in it that I can't really ignore. So we got the second fairy. We just need one more, which presumably... Oh, shit. Okay, I wasn't sure if we just walk off there. I wasn't sure if we were gonna land safely somewhere or not. And presumably the final ferry is gonna be somewhere over here, since it's the only place we haven't explored yet. You can see the plaza where you start the exploration in from back where that last swing took place. Alrighty. Come on, there we go. Yeah, it looks like we're gonna get to the top of this face, and that's where the last fairy is gonna be. I would expect. Well, there's a dead guy here, first of all. Might be a missable one. Yep, it's a live gem. And we're at the dagger capacity, unfortunately. Oh well, who cares? I think I've used the daggers more during this playthrough than I ever did during my first one. But hey, we did it. We got the final fairy. And to presume we can, like... No, we can't. I was gonna say I'm going to presume we can break the wall there, but no. Just we can figure out that this guy's here, though, and get another shadow gem from him. Well, You know, like a lot of shadow gems and no light gems. That's actually kind of troubling to me, since I would prefer light gems. But hey, whatever. If it's something that helps me, I'm not gonna sneeze at it. Right, we should be back at the... Where are we right now? We need to... Yeah, we need to... go down a little more, I think. Need to go back to the very entrance before we can get to the gates, which, yeah, it's probably gonna be the point at which the 3 wolfy boys are gonna be at the main plaza with the things that you have to turn to ambush you. It sucks. Hello. Oh my god, what's going on? Did I get stuck? Did something... oh wait, oh, okay. I thought something had gone on, like something had happened with the controller, but no, apparently I just landed in a place with such unusual topography that I couldn't move, I could just turn. Right, so we have to open this up one last time. We're gonna do it in peace, clearly, without any interruptions. That's how it's happened every other time so far. Yep. Oh, well, you know, they broke it. Oh, I forgot about that little detail. So are we at like... oh, we are at full health, so I guess they do expect you to not see that coming and to take damage from it. Or not take damage from it, but to like get hit by that. So they actually account for that by just not having that hurt you. Right, you know what? Fuck this, I don't want to fight these guys. Just gonna spam fucking knives at them. Guess I will fight them, kind of, but I will also rely on knife spam. Until I run out, which I just did, so there we go. Well, I wore them down quite a bit with that. Oh, for love, come on. See, even if I dodge, that's the problem with fighting a bunch of these guys at once. Even if I dodge, I can still not escape, because I'll just roll into the path of someone else's area where they can be effective. I don't want to say area of effect, because that doesn't mean the same thing. Alright, one of them's done. Or it should be if I can get him in time. There we go. Oh, I got more knives. Okay, I think I know what I'm gonna do with this. There we go. Got another one down. Didn't do shadow magic for those knives, but I didn't actually need to. Okay, there we go. I could use it if I wanted to, because, you know, I did get some of that back from killing the... oh, I already used up the last of my knives. I thought I had more for some reason, like the second guy had dropped more, but no. Okay, there we go. See, using some weapons is a good idea. And magic. I think I had a much harder time the first time I did this, because I was so intent on getting through without that... oh, that guy dropped crystal, but well, that's something else I could have used, the crystal. You can switch between the... actually, the crystal is like something you use, like, yeah. You can use it regardless of whether or not you have it equipped, because there's like a dedicated button for it. But for the other sub-weapons, you have to do this. Actually, I don't know, maybe you do have to, like, you have to hold B instead of just tapping the button to use the crystal. As opposed to the other sub-weapons where you do just tap it, but... maybe you do need to have it equipped, regardless, to be able to use it. But yeah, here we go, fairies. Who will apparently sacrifice themselves on these little sigils on the wall to open the door for me. And that should be the end of the level. Oh, I got all 5 of the optional gems. But there's a weapon upgrade that I didn't find for the fairy, so who cares? I'm probably not gonna replay this level, because it's gonna take a while to get through, as you saw. So do I want anything from here? Let me see. Could get an area counter-strike, I guess. Guess it's better than not having it. And Circular chain, why not? I think I'd rather have this than... rather have this than any of the relic powers. Oh, now I can have chainsaw towards... Oh wait, that's not the one that I... Is that the one that I unlocked? I don't know. Oh yeah, I think it was, because ground cutter was one of the other ones that I had. I should probably go for chainsaw next. I got a new relic power apparently somewhere. Corrosive chains. I guess because I unlocked that move in particular, I can now. Like, look at the fucking button combination for this. I was gonna want to remember that, and also, you know, expend the magic necessary for doing that move, which is probably more than a little bit, since it's usually how that goes. Hey, we made it to the first Lord of Shadow, the Dark Lord of the Lycans. I wonder who it could be.
Gabriel has fought long and hard to get to this point, and now he faces his stiffest challenge. The Dark Lord of the Lycans must be defeated if Gabriel stands any chance of bringing his beloved back.
Long, hard, and stiff, you say.
More than he knows once he discovers the truth. And yet his hatred and burning desire for revenge cannot be underestimated. He has the gauntlet, and he has Gandolfi's weapon. He is a force that even the Dark Lord will struggle to deal with. Good. Soon he will overcome this evil. Soon the world will be free of the Lords of Shadow, and plans long dreamt of will come to fruition. Go, my friend, go and break this creature once and for all.
Sound very enthusiastic about that. Also, 1 second. And welcome back, default, I guess. Let's see. Well, let's just dive right in. So I was gonna say, I'm not sure if I'm gonna like do this last tonight, or if I'm gonna see if I can get through the next chapter before I end the stream tonight, because I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a rather shortish chapter. After this one's kind of the transition point between this and starting to look for the next Lord of Shadow, which, you know, the midpoint of this game, like when you go after the second Lord of Shadow, is probably my favorite part of this game, because it's most like classic Castlevania in that, but for now we must reach this point. This magic circle of blue lights. Shit, hang on, I forgot. Clicking off the window like an idiot.
I have come to fulfill the prophecy.
My acolytes will not lie. A warrior from the Brotherhood, here on Lycan soil. I wonder, warrior, if you know where you are, and who I am.
I am on desecrated land, and you, and those of your clan, do not deserve to live.
You say you are here to fulfill a prophecy.
You and the other Lords of Shadow are protecting a power in your sanctuaries. I have come to reclaim that power.
You, alone, you dare enter my inner sanctum and dictate your petty mortal terms to me. I am immortal, little man. And your pathetic prophecy is known to me. But you are ignorant. Ignorant of the real truth of your situation.
It is you who are ignorant. Ignorant of the pain and suffering you have brought to this land.
Hear me. Many centuries ago, 3 great warriors founded the Brotherhood of Light, the order to which you belong. Their sole purpose was to serve God and defeat the devil. For decades, the founders fought fiercely against the spawns of Satan, and finally tipped the equilibrium in God's favor. Such was their commitment to the crusade, that their studies in holy enlightenment led them to 3 sacred places, where the power of God converged with such intensity that it forged a bridge between the spiritual and the real. The Founders used that power to purify themselves, abandoning their human forms and transforming them into spiritual beings whose power was second only to gods.
You tell me nothing that I did not already know, beast.
Little did they realize that what they left behind were not their carcasses devoid of souls, but instead the dark sides of themselves.
Oh my god.
See, that is how we came to be. We, who you call the Lords of Shadow.
No. You lie.
This place is where one of your founders ascended into heaven, and where I was born. This is the place where, according to your prophecy, a warrior of light will reclaim the power of my beloved brother in heaven, and I too will diminish. If that were to occur, he would die with me, because we are still the same being. He and I, still connected. Kill me, and you kill him. Kill us all, and you will kill the saintly founders of your own order.
What a twist.
Even you have to smile at the irony of it all.
So where is his brother anyway?
Sacrifice himself for you, for the greater good. I, however, am not.
Like, if they're so powerful, how come they haven't helped out with this? But
Lord of the Lycans.
But yeah, this is Cornell of the Lycans. He's the, as you might be able to tell by the name, he's the Lords of Shadow version of Cornell from fucking Castlevania 64. Who was not in any wise, like, similar to this character, except for the fact that he was a werewolf. But here we are. You know, that's not the only example, not by a long shot, of characters that were reworked into different stuff entirely for this new continuity, but their intentions were honorable. We just heard this being monologued to us. Cornell was the youngest of the three, but he was also the strongest. Rarely used his magic powers, preferring to fight using a great sledgehammer that none but he could wield. His strength and anger left behind gave birth to the lycanthrope Dark Lord, so now we have to deal with him. Let's see how well we do. Well, you say that, but you're getting staggered very easily. But yeah, I get the feeling he's gonna be using this big old hammer to, like, make shockwaves. Yep, exactly like that. Thank you for demonstrating what I was just referring to. Oh yeah, I mean, I do have healing magic. That's something I do have. Do you have healing magic? Please don't answer that. Okay.
Call yourself a warrior?
Well, I'm better a warrior than a warrior. Oh, he can, like, empower his hammer. I didn't even realize that the red lighting around it had gone away at some point. So yeah, actually I don't think this is that much different or worse than the Black Knight fight. Oh shit. Well, I haven't done that, like, you know, explicitly, but I guess it's implicit. Like, I'm not gonna go up to you and say I'm a warrior, if that's what you're asking, but I think my capabilities and actions are implicit of the qualities of a warrior, if that is what you're referring to. Also, I can see that you're almost half dead here. Might already be, he says, even though he's only half dead, and even though I've taken damage, I'm managing to keep my health up. So my biggest problem with him right now is the damage rate. Yeah, this attack, thank you. Thank you for doing this. I didn't have to describe it, where he just, like, lunges forward at you instantly, because I don't really see how I meant to avoid that most of the time. Oh. Alright, so just kind of run away from him for a bit and wait for him to do either the shockwave attack or that attack. Seems to be the most reliable way of not getting hit here. Yeah, like that. Play keep away. Oh, he can also do that, but he can only do it at a distance, or at close range rather. That's the exact opposite of what at a distance means, I don't know what I just said. But yeah, I'm actually kind of amused at the fact that I have not been able to get any magical orbs during this fight. I feel like I'm gonna need them before long, because he's almost dead, according to his health where he is now, but as you might imagine, there's a little more to it than that. Because now he just taps into the ground. And what do you know, there's a full moon for this. That's convenient, even though apparently the presence or absence of the moon did not matter to any other of the lichens we've seen. But apparently it does in this case. Because yeah, if Cornell had fucking lava veins like this in Castlevania Judgment, I think things would have been a little different. Ooh, okay, so let's read his bestiary entry, I guess. We can also read about the fairies, it looks like, but here's still Lycanthrope Dark Lord. The personification of hate and violence, embodied by his lava veins. In his werewolf form, he has superhuman strength and speed far greater than even his mighty lieutenants. He can also use the power of the Cyclone Boots, even though he's not wearing anything. Magical relics worn by his human counterpart. He's able to jump great distances and perform powerful charge movements that can turn down most obstacles. I wonder if that's going to come into play after we defeat him. Also fairies. I thought we had already read this, I guess not. Sometimes called the Siddha. He dwells in forests and meadows, hiding among the flowers and blossoms there. They are born of the soil. The Fairy Queen sometimes bestows mortals with the care and protection of the fairy folk. Is that a reference to like Edmund Spencer? I can't think of anything else that might be well, something else easily identifiable within like folk tale myth that could be referencing. Yeah, I need magic desperately, so let's use the blocking trick to build up our magic orb counter quick. Oh, right. So he can do a quick punch. Like, I joke that the other lichens, the big lichen enemies, like foot soldiers that you fight, could do a quick punch and do a shockwave like that. And I was wrong. They always, what do you call it? Perceive that with another attack, but he just does it like out of nowhere. He does in fact do that. You have to watch out for that, I guess. Oh, come on, I've looked. Trying to get him to punch me like that. Yeah, there we go. An attack that is blockable so that I can get magic orbs out of him. Ooh. Also like his accent, how it shines forth when he does sudden outbursts like that. Feast on your corpse once I finish with you. Can't tell if that's like, I don't know, more Cockney or from somewhere else in the United Kingdom. But it sounds very British, very British coarseness to it, and I like it. I guess Cockney would be the closest one I would think of to compare it to. Well, at least his dash that he does all the time is like really massively telegraphed. There's that. I was gonna say it might be a good idea to try daggers on him, but then I realized I have no daggers right now. Oh wow, it looked like he was trying to like slam down on my head or something. I'm surprised I was able to, or that was a blockable attack. Oh fuck. Alright, so these little tiny bursts of light magic are helping me survive. It looks like so, at least. I did have a memory of like the first time I did this fight. Something that helped me a lot was the synchronized blocking to help get more magic and what have you. Dismembering you, Belmont. How does he know my name, by the way? I don't think we told it to him, did we? Oh, wait, we got something here. Oh, we got statues. Oh shit. Oh, we can't hurt him anymore. Shit. I guess we have to destroy the statues now. I don't know how this works or what it's supposed to represent, but I guess we have to destroy the statues now. It's just what's up. I'll watch how them take a lot of effort to destroy though. There we go. See, I also did have an extremely vague memory of some statue shit going on at the end of this fight, but I did not remember exactly what happened. I thought it was only like after we ran out his actual health bar and that he was gonna take... Oh, fuck's sake, please. It's gonna take a lot less time than this is taking. Like it was gonna be a quick time event or something comparable to it. But I guess not. Right, we got all the statues. Here's our quick time event. Series of, rather. We have to mash the button also. Oh boy. We got this meat tenderizer hammer too. I'm almost completely certain that if you miss one of these, you die. Oh boy, I think we might have won. There we go. Getting rid of Bjorn there. And apparently his evil boots immediately graft themselves onto our legs. Yes, they're like... That's really weird. It's like some of these upgrades are like clothing, but instead of being normal clothing, they're like... turn into lightning and shit, and they just materialize in our body when we get them, like the upgrades in Metroid. I guess the justification for it in this version is magic, but...
Reclaim the power before it is lost.
Whatever. So you're telling me that if I wait here for a couple of years, maybe the power will just dissipate? Okay, let's reclaim the power before it is lost. Come on. You know, I'm not in control anymore, so just have to hope that's how it will be.
Sempiternam, Daemonis.
Oh, here we are. Have this piece of junk for your trouble. And we got the Cyclone Boots. Your skills have been unlocked as a result. Gift to Cornell. These powerful boots were forged long ago. They allowed him to travel vast distances at tremendous speed. However, after he became Dark Lord of the Lycans, he improved upon their design using shadow magic to turn them into a powerful weapon. Okay. What about new skills we can get with that? Somersault. Oh, we got somersault. You can leap over and land behind an enemy. That's actually got a good skill from what I recall for like stubborn enemies that block. You can overcome that by... Oh, I want this now. Yeah, you can attack by going behind them and then hitting them before they can react. So I'm gonna have to save up 3,000 just to be able to do that. Well, whatever. It's not like there's anything else that I really, really want before I want that. I can also sprint now, like in Circle of the Moon, by double tapping a direction. Can do a shoulder charge with shadow magic active. Can flame dragon tail. I think that's an optional thing. I'm pretty sure we need this to like, knock down walls and doors and stuff, but I don't think we need this for anything story mandated. Sprint thrust. Well, if this is optional, I think I'm gonna skip out on it. Flame claws. Shadow magic with your shadow magic active. Now I just want the move that lets you jump behind an enemy and attack them from behind. Like this. And now we can sprint. For a short time though. And we can jump farther when we sprint, which we will need to overcome various obstacles. But hey, look, it really is Lord of the Rings.
Power, but it is not enough. You must unite the two that remain. Come with me. Our time is running out.
Alright, back to Middle Earth we go. At least in this version of events we get to ride on the eagles before everything is over. Well, the eagle. Oh, he's also a horse and all that other stuff that Pan can turn into. I say all that other stuff, but I don't remember if he turns into anything other than a horse and an eagle in this. Well, there we are. So there's chapter 4. It's because it also only has 2 things. I don't know. I think I'll do it now, and I'll start chapter 5 tomorrow.
The deed is done. Cornell is no more. Such a pity that the Brotherhood of Light, the order to which we both belong, should also be the reason why the world is in such chaos. Gabriel, you have proven your worth, my friend. You have a piece of the God Mask. It is said this relic can bring back the dead. It is said this relic can bestow power beyond any man's reckoning. Now, with the help of the old god, he heads toward the land of the vampires and further into the heart of darkness.
The heart of darkness, with the help of the great god Pan. Hopefully we don't run into Dracula, or have to investigate the strange case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Where are we? What is this place?
The Crow's Pass. The land of the vampires lies beyond those hills. A powerful witch protects this domain. I can go no further.
Is this domain the castle of Otranto?
You may think I am helping you, but you would be wrong. I serve no one. You would do well to remember that.
Then what do you call what you just did? Do you have a general understanding of how semantics work? Alright. So yeah, this is like a halfway fortress. We're just kind of passing through here. Well, on the way to where we have to go next. And wow, look at these backgrounds. Isn't that beautiful? And yeah, there's gonna be a couple of bosses here, but they're both pretty... should be not as much of a problem as anything we've run into so far.
I despise Castlevania birds, they're my darkest nightmare.
Ooh, you know, strangely enough, Pan is like an actual helpful Castlevania bird. Who would have dreamed that we would ever have gotten anything like that? And you know, funny guys should come up right now, because the last boss we have to fight in this chapter is another Castlevania bird of sorts. Evil exists here. Lurking in the castle is an ogre. I found it incredible that childhood stories can turn out to be true. Oh boy. Something that lets us run fast and move quickly. Well, how convenient that. That we got some running boots before we came here. Alright. Hold LT. Oh, okay, we need to charge that up, I forgot. But yeah, we need that charging move to get past some obstacles. Could go that way. How do we go this way? What's this? What does this guy have? Oh, a life gem. That's nice. I think I already got one life upgrade from the other stages, but I would like that life bar to be as full as possible. So I try to figure out this sweet parkour. Oh, we got more trolls here. And a crystal that I'm probably never gonna use, actually, I don't know. I feel that the crystal is too rare. It's not really that rare, but it feels like it's rare enough to where it would make any sense to use it outside of super particular situations. Right, time to sprint. I'm glad the game told me, because this is, you know, one of those places where it's presented vaguely enough to where I don't think you would be able to figure it out on your own. And that's not really a good thing, you know. It's not a good thing, not really praise, where you have to say, I'm glad the game spelled this out for me. It's more like I'm glad it did, rather than just leaving in the dark, but at the same time, it's kind of a shame that the game had to spell this out for me. But here we get a new shadow gem. Ooh, okay. Maybe I can type in the chat. Bye. Yes. OBY. To interact with the stream. Oh. There's a botula command, I don't know what that does. Should probably try to figure that out. It might just like be something that does nothing. I guess I get up. Well, at least here it's pretty clear that you gotta do this, but I don't know why they would put a, you know, part where you have to use the long jump like that, but it's so clear that you have to do so. Also, I might, yeah, I have to go that way because there's no way to continue forward from here, so I might as well get this before. It causes one person in the entire world to become a botula, and it's completely random. Oh boy, they have a pet emote yet. Oh, hang on. Do you mean like these things? So I got this. Like complete random. Oh god. Fortress has been overrun by evil forces. A terrible Castlevania bird has made the tower her personal nest. A huge monster roams around the old castle walls, protecting it. Alright, this pass is held against us. Can't activate mine, it just loads forever. Oh boy. Yeah, it's one of the emotes that you get apparently now if you happen to be in a chat where someone else is cheering. Oh shit. Okay, it's a really narrow place to fight in, and as you can see, we're not alone here. Oh, fuck's sake, come on. There's a few trolls coming up. But there's also a giant ogre dude just hanging out behind the wall there. And he's not gonna leave us alone, unfortunately. Oh shit. Okay. See, I knew I had to jump past that point, but okay, we got game over already. Didn't realize that I would fall right through the floor when, like, a new hole would be created there. Yeah, Twitch has achievements, apparently. It's like, well, more than anything from what I've seen, it's like a track, a list of stuff to do in your path to, hey, you become another moneymaker for us now. Hope you enjoy it. Hey, are you getting this many people to watch our ads every week? Congratulations, you got an achievement. Oh boy, time for the giant ogre hand boss. At least it telegraphs how he's kind of a child like that by curling up into a fist. Right, hardest boss in the game defeated. There we go. Thought I had missed that. And now, time to step up to the challenge, I guess. Time for Bilbo Baggins' worst nightmare. Oh shit. I got flattened by that. At least I got infinite magic to do this with. Don't even have to worry about running out. Actually, since we have infinite magic, I might as well use shadow magic to hurt him faster. You can also attack him directly, as you can see. I just have to attack his arms. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Right, let's try to not constantly get clobbered like that. Probably a good idea. Actually, we have to... oh yeah, we need to get his health down to a certain portion, and then this happens. You can tell when it's gonna happen because his health bar turns a weird color. And now he's blind in one eye, and by blind I mean he doesn't have one eye at all. But he also brings the boulder to work. See if we can refill our shit. Oh boy. Also also note this thing too that's in the middle of this little outcropping here, this kind of pointed thing that's right in the middle there. I wonder what that could be about. It's like a type of decoration or something, but its presence is gonna have some importance, as we'll come to learn. Now we can just break the stone immediately after he smashes it down. I didn't realize that's why it wasn't there anymore. Straight up broke it. Apparently, I thought we were gonna have like 3 phases in this fight, depending on like... Ah, shit. How many eyes he has left, but apparently not, because he's almost dead according to the health bar there. Right, but I just want to take this opportunity to reveal some magic. And there we are. Let's see what's gonna happen now. Oh, got the other eye taken out. Now he's completely blind, and he's gonna sniff us out, as ogres are known to do, I guess. I'm over here. Oh shit. And then we get to do this. So rip. Oh, and the level's not over yet. For some reason I thought it was gonna end there. Unfortunately, we can't just whip away his tongue like we could the rest of the other stuff also. Is there anything left for me to check? Oh, he had an entry, I guess. Never even realized. The Anubian giants are an ancient species. Okay, this particular ogre is one of the last of his race left in the world. So we might have made a whole species go extinct just now. Can grind their bones to make his bread. This particular ogre hasn't had much man flesh for quite some time, having settled for the odd cave troll. Their size and clumsy nature means that their prey can often see them coming. Well, that worked out. Oh, we got a ferry. Oh, okay, I thought I had gone into the abyss there, but I guess not. No one said we found a scroll. The roars of some terrible creature haunt this place, even the trolls are afraid. Remember stories of a witch that lives here, sweet Jesus, save us from this evil. What will become of us all? Well, I don't know. Can we get past this at all? I think we can. Hang on. There we go. Are we supposed to go this way, or is this like a side thing? This might be a side thing. This guy has a light gem, so it's probably a side thing. This might be like a source of fairies up here. Just jump up there. Oh, I don't know how we get up there. That might be like a fairy upgrade, actually. Wonder if we can get it right now. Oh no, it's just a source of fairies. Okay. I actually don't know what the fairy upgrades look like. I much only know that the dagger upgrades look like big, oblong blue chests. And we can't open this yet. I wonder if we're gonna be able to open it soon or what. And there's a crystal fragment. Oh yeah, maybe, I don't know, maybe I should use the crystal against bosses to like speed up the fights. I think that might be like their intended use, if nothing else. Over now, let's go say hi to some of these trolls, and also to probably a big troll that we're gonna find at some point, because there's a gate blocking a path over there, as you can see. And we know what that means. We're gonna have to mount a troll. Oh, look at all this magic. Oh, what? Not. One of them just threw a rock at me. Well, that is something that trolls are known for doing, to be fair. That's something they tend to do, so I understand. I can just pick them off like this, if I feel like it, I guess. Alright, here he comes, big boy. And he has a weapon, oh boy. I think any of the other big trolls we fought had anything like that. Oh boy, alright. Someone cherry tapped us, it seems, because the magic orb meter got emptied. Alright, come on. Any minute now. There he goes. Now we can use him to kill his friends. Come on. And absorb the innate magic that they have, I guess. I think they're just gonna keep coming, so I might as well destroy the gate first. That's what we're supposed to do to start with. And then this happens automatically, so I can't even keep him as a mount here. Well, I don't think that would be possible regardless, since... Yep, they don't want to get any closer to this place. The Castlevania bird imagery is too much for them.
I despise Castlevania birds, Castlevania birds. They're my darkest nightmare.
I don't think the game will even let us come back here. I know it will, but the trolls aren't gonna show up anymore. So we can't get another mount, even if we wanted to. So now instead we just approach at our leisure. What could possibly go wrong? Alrighty then, chupacabras. Bit of a far cry from the cave trolls of the Metroidvania games, but the chupacabras on the real obsession are magical relics. They will do anything to get them. They're not inherently evil, and most of the time after a short game of hide and seek they will return anything they have stolen. Well, and sure enough, that guy just stole all of our relics and powers, so... So now we have to find him again. Wonder where he could be. Oh yeah, we can't use the magic at all because we don't have the relics. I was like, what is the deal with that? Well, at least he's kind enough to provide us a hint as to how close we are. I guess the whip doesn't count as a relic. How there is. I see that you too watch the Jim Carrey movie The Mask. Alright, there we are. Got all our relics and powers back. Also, there's a little statue of the Chupacabras with a crown here. Don't know what the deal is with that. And, you know, fun fact about that guy in the Japanese version. The voice of the Chupacabras was Hideo Kojima. So that's another achievement to add to his long list of great stuff that he's done. Kojima World Order and all that.
Hollywood.
So it looks like we finally made it to the tower.
Can you imagine a world where we're all represented by a font?
I don't know anymore. Don't know if what font that would be, considering all the hubbub with going on with net neutrality right now. Oh yeah, so we're gonna have to smash through this door. And I'm pretty sure as soon as we do that, yep, that's when the level ends. Apparently there was a fairy weapon upgrade somewhere, we just didn't find it. Oh well. I'm really not hung up about... Oh, come on. I do want this. Let's do the Crow Witch, which is the only other mission in Chapter 4, and that's probably where I'm gonna end up for now.
It is a sad tale of the witch who guards this fortress. A sad tale of love lost. A tale not so dissimilar to our brave hero. Yet pity is not something he can feel anymore. He is blind to it. The pity of these so-called evil creatures will be laid aside for revenge. And so goodbye, once beautiful Malphas. You will trouble mankind no more, and when you are gone into the void, know that love destroyed you in the end.
I'm not rubbing salt in the wound. Yeah, the boss of this place is Malphas, the Crow Witch, who is named after an enemy from the Metroidvania games, who... It's kind of funny because the first time that enemy showed up was in Symphony of the Night, and in that game he wasn't called Malphas, he was called Karasuman, which just means crowman in Japanese. The trail of poor brother Adolphus ends here. I'm sure he must be somewhere in the level below, but I can't get past his door. Well... But I'm pretty sure they changed it to Malphas because... Malphas is like another... Goetic demon, I think. In order to keep up with the theme. Hey, finally got a light magic upgrade. So we need to get past this door. I'm guessing we're just gonna have to, like, smash past it. Or not, never mind. That's weird. I thought we would be able to. Oh, there's a window over here. That's broken. There we go. Like maybe there was a very explicit written clue for that in the note, but I just didn't pay attention. Do we have to, or are we allowed to go down here? I guess we are. I'm guessing that this could be like an optional thing, I don't know. Looks like the more obvious way to proceed would have been up instead of down, or not. Never mind. You know what? Just a moment. Let me do this. Let me see where this puts me. Oh shit! Can I restart the level? Hang on. 'Cause I kind of wanna. I think it's kind of stupid. That's I managed to locate 2 paths and then immediately got locked out of the second one. So let's just do a speedrun of this first room, I guess. Find a scroll, cool beans. Hey, look at the scroll there. Oh, I guess the gem that we got is saved. Alright, so what if I want to go the other way? What if I want to go up instead of down? Where will this go, if anywhere? Shit, maybe I do have to go down first. So can I go back down from here? Did I goof? Let me see if it lets me. Apparently it will actually let me go back down. That's... well, that's better than it's been before this point, because yeah, this path, I guess it should have been included by the fact that this path is like... it's way less obvious that you can go down here than with the other ones, so what is down here? Apparently this is an optional area, despite the fact that this area gives off the appearance that that once you come down here you can't go back. Might we get a shadow magic gem? Want to upgrade the shadow magic too. I guess we can go over here, but is there anything else down here? Oh, there's a thing to recharge our magic with. Okay. So yeah, I guess I pretty much restarted for nothing then. That's good to know. Oh. Oh, okay, what? We can smash through this from the inside, but not from the outside? That's kind of stupid. Oh well, whatever. At least we got the shit. And now we get to smash through a very old and presumably valuable window here. Did you ever see the movie Van Helsing, aka Castlevania, the movie with Hugh Jackman? How he breaks the rose window in Notre Dame. That was a great scene, wasn't it? Alright, so what do we got here? I sure do wonder. Oh, we got a spooky piece of cloth. It really does transform into a spooky piece of cloth, but this spooky piece of cloth has a sword. That makes it extra spooky. So I think these guys are called Sword Lords. They're actually kind of problematic to fight, as you can see. They're tricky dicky. They're supposed to be like the ruler's sword or possessed swords from the 2D games. Swordmaster, okay. The spirit of a brave fighter never dies, according to a popular saying. Souls of slain warriors don't leave the material plane and remain trapped, their sole mission to torment living beings. They cover themselves in rugged clothes And apart from their fighting skills, they have lost all vestiges of humanity. Well, that's inconvenient. And, especially considering apparently they're not alone here. Yeah, buddies. Oh, they have I forgot about that, they can like charge up their sword with bullshit magic like that. And then they do this. Why can't I do that? I can tie show shockwave. Well, I probably can, but I just don't want to because I'm very stingy with my magic. That's the thing. You know, therein lies the question, the issue. Shit. I'm guessing I have to jump over that, I don't know. It doesn't seem to work if I try to just dodge around it. Oh, it's crystal, okay. Oh, and then crows. And when I saw this big swarm, I wasn't sure at first if they were supposed to be bats or crows, but no, they're crows. But when I first saw this big swarm, I mean at the beginning of the previous mission. So now let's go to the top of this tower here. Floor by floor, I guess. Fighting more of these sword jerks. Heavy floor. Oh, no, there's 3 at once. That's nice. Oh. What's this guy doing then? If I was supposed to just draw attention to him lighting up his sword, then I don't know why that didn't. The same thing that happened with this other guy over here who did that. And it would be so bad if that fucking shockwave didn't do so much damage. Well, at least you become invincible in that camera. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. You can, like, electrify the floor. I didn't actually remember that at all, or see that before. It's kind of bullshit, too. Oh, no, I can't. I can't grab them before they're like... Oh, shit, I almost rolled right into that. Come on, get over here. I'm not sure if the daggers I have are like effective against them, but it doesn't matter. These guys are already dead. And there we go. We conquered another unlikely set of circumstances. Fortunately, I think there might be yet another upgrade, weapon upgrade coming up that we can't get because we don't have the abilities for it yet. Yeah, it's over there. Come back later once your skills have improved. It's like a weird barrel chest. I don't know why the dagger upgrades look like that. I don't know. Well, it might be a dagger upgrade or it might be a fairy upgrade. I really don't know. If like the things that have them look any different depending on what weapon it is. But since that's apparently not where I have to go. Where is? Do I have to climb up in one of these statues? Maybe I have a very vague memory. Oh yeah, there we go. Something like that might be going on. So let's look all around this balustrade area, and I can get a magic or health refill here, but we don't need it right now. thinking along the lines of, is there some kind of upgrade hidden around here, but apparently not. There's a dead guy here, though. You can barely see him, but he's there. Oh, and he has a health upgrade. So nice that we got it just before the boss fight that's coming up, I'm pretty sure. Filled my life gem medallion. Well, I guess if there's one thing I should probably try to get over any other upgrades, it would be upgrading my health as much as possible. So who knows if there's, there's one thing I guess I could focus on. That I would even try to do in like off-stream times to, because it would involve me replaying earlier levels, would be trying to get all the life gems. But even then, I don't know if I will. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, with the amount of health I have right now, I could theoretically finish the whole game. But it never hurts to have more of a safety net. So we made it to the roof. And sure enough, it looks like there's a lot of crows hanging out around here. And there's the big crow mother, of course. Crow Witch Malphus. This monster was once a beautiful woman, a witch who inhabited the mountains that surround the fortress. She was treated with respect and admiration. She fell in love with a prince who lived in the keep. Besotted with him, she used her powers to concoct potions of love and enchantment. Another witch entrapped him, and he met a most gruesome end. Alpha threw herself from the top of the tower and landed on the rocks below. She survived the fall, though her body was horribly broken. The crows fed on her and she on them, and over many centuries her power grew until it transformed into the twisted bird-like creature she is now. Okay, that's how that works. And now we have to kill her. She throws her own children at us. And if we don't manage to throw them back, we have to fight them. And they're actually a massive pain to fight, so... Ideally, you should be able to throw all the eggs back, but I don't even know if that's possible, because there's like not that big of a pause between each egg being thrown. Yeah, well, no, it's Corvians. Oh, but I guess we need to kill them to get this bestiary entry. Half-human, half-like bird creatures are the progeny of the Crow Witch. They can breathe fire and are extremely volatile. They die in a blazing explosion. As you can see, this game takes its inspiration for Banjo-Tooie. For bird-like creatures, so... So let's... Alright, so we just have to keep throwing the eggs back. Until we can't anymore, I guess. And we managed to do 2 at once that time. Ooh. And now we get to ride on the big bird herself. Have to steer her, I suppose. Try to yank off part of the beak. Before we land again. Oh boy. Guess we have to attack her directly. Don't even bother with the child there. until we get to this part, to this phase, and we have to bother with the child, or else we're not going to be able to continue. That's unfortunate. I guess we're going to keep her distance now. Probably a good idea. Oh, we only have to hit her with one egg that time. See how this is gonna go now. Looks like exactly the same as before, or is it? Yeah, I guess it is. Really doesn't look like we're making any kind of a having any kind of impact on her health, or except when we throw the eggs back there, I say, right before this happens, and oh shit. So we can't get any closer. Oh, there we go. Can get closer because of the birds surrounding her, I guess, but we did. It's not like we really needed to reach her, but hey, I removed your mask, you're free now. And right, I guess apparently the crow witch monster was the only thing keeping this tower from collapsing, so now let's call on Horse Ex Machina. Get us out of here. Didn't they have a scene like this in the third Hobbit movie, come to think of it? This ridiculous defiance of physics. Hey, we escaped. And yeah, there's a fucking weapon upgrade. Oh, it's an upgrade for a weapon we don't have yet. Did I get Lizard's Rainbow Butters? I don't know. I think it just jumped between games. So let me see. Oh, I can get the Somersault Strike now. I'm gonna get that. Must forget about that. I guess I'm gonna save the other experience I have, because I don't think I want to do more of these moves that badly. This game is not just Dupe Souls, it's also Terra Enigma. Oh, I see. I don't think I want any of this shit. We'll continue the quest and go to chapter 5, where we actually go to a castle to fight vampires. What a concept, right? It's almost like it's a Castlevania game, but don't think I'm gonna start this chapter up yet, since I've been playing for a while. Wow, it's been over 3 hours, even though it's not midnight yet where I am. It's like 10 minutes before that. So yeah, the next 4 or so chapters are gonna be that, like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3. And I think more names of shit are gonna be from the actual Castlevania, the original Castlevania continuity, like Veros. I'm pretty sure Veros Woods was a place in Castlevania 2. And the village that we're coming up with is the same name as the village from Order of Ecclesia, if I recall. So there's that. Is a vampire a beater of horses? Maybe. A vampire will have to wait though. Gotta close this book with an ugly face on it. And then struggle with stuff to say. Zelda Wave. Oh shit, where's this thing? I lost track of it. Oh, there it is. Well, I'm scared of Nintendo, so I'm gonna make that go quiet now. care of Nintendo, even though I might stream a Sorreldo game soonish, so I can have an excuse to go through it again. But I don't know when soonish is gonna be, because I think I might actually have a chance at, very slim chance at finishing the Castlevania marathon if I stream more often before the end of the year. I only have 2 weeks to go after all. I really don't know if I'm gonna do it, but I guess I'm gonna try. But I want to finish it soon regardless, because I've been on it for such a long time. I really don't know when Bloodstained is coming out, so I don't know, I might take a break with something else before I do the other thing that I had in mind to, like, precede the release of Bloodstained, which was the Shantae Marathon, because that's another Metroidvania series that I pretty much never played. Well, that's a series that that pretty much never played through completely. So it would have a different dynamic from the Castlevania Marathon, because the Castlevania games I know very well, so I wouldn't be able to say the same thing for the Shantae games. But yeah, seems like the projected release date for Bloodstained used to be Q1 2018. Right now it's just 2018, so I don't know when we can expect that. But hey, it's better than, what Miyamoto says about rushed games and delayed games, and how one of them is destined to be eventually good and one of them is forever bad, so, hopefully it doesn't follow the what do you call it? Oh, that's still up. But yeah, hopefully Bloodstained doesn't follow the old, well, not old, but recent trend of Kickstarter games with people that are industry veterans with a big backing and a, big expectations placed on them being kind of lukewarm and okay-ish in the end, like fucking Mighty Number 9 and the shitstorm that happened with that, and fucking Yooka-Laylee, which wasn't as bad, but still was kind of underwhelming in the end. Well, they had some issues with those, so I haven't seen anything similar to that with Bloodstained, so. And I do really like all the stuff that I've seen of it so far, including the one demo that has been released, on a large scale to backers like myself, so I can hope. Well, another game that's probably gonna come out early 2019, actually, like, confirmedly, that I'm probably gonna wanna play is Crosscode. That game has gotten a shit ton of updates, and they're all playable, and you can see the progress if you like me have the early access version, whether it be from being a backer or from just getting it after the fact. So that's probably going to come out before too long, and that's going to be something that I'm going to want to play, that, when it comes out, which hopefully will be soon. So I don't know. I don't know if my ideas of staying on these long projected series of games for an extended period of time are so good. When there are these other things coming up that I'm going to want to play, they're probably going to take a lot of time too. But hey, I mean, the Metroid Marathon ended very quickly, but that's because I spent like a ridiculous amount of hours every day on each of those games. And I could afford to do that because I was on vacation, but hey, guess what? I'm on vacation again for the rest of the year and for most of January. So who knows, I might be able to do it. But hey, I think I've talked long enough, and it's now 4 minutes to midnight. So I think I'm gonna head off for now. I guess I'll return tomorrow for more of this. And who knows, maybe some stealth streams will pop up here and there now that I have more free time. But who knows. So So, which of these Dark Souls songs can I play to send this off?
I despise Castlevania birds, Castlevania birds. They're my darkest nightmare.
What about this one? Actually, what about this one? It's one of my favorite tracks from... Well, favorite as in... I like it a lot, but it's underrated, but maybe I don't like it quite as much as some of the other ones. But it's still really good tracks from Castlevania 4. So yeah, I'll see you all tomorrow for more Castlevania, since it looks like we're not going to be able to do Terraria because Lizard can't make it, so... Unless something else comes up, which I doubt it will, I'll see you tomorrow for that, so bye.